That's right. BJ, what does that say? See, if you can't even read it from there, can you imagine what I can see at the back? One measure solidarity. Okay. Here we are again. Lecture number 2. Very good, very good. I guess you're all in sections already. You should be all very happy that you're in such wonderful sections. The sections should have been emailed to you. Anybody received an email with their section? Very good. It's also up in the department. And sections begin on Monday. Yay! You are so lucky. So say to all your wonderful GSIs. Say it every day. Every day you get up, you should thank them. What are you laughing at, Conrad? No, it's a serious business. Okay, any questions about sections? Okie dokie. Begins on Monday. If you don't turn up, you get crossed off the list. We really need to know you're there. So turn up next Monday. Okay? Good. Everybody got their Durkheim here. Let's have a look at those Durkheims. Those beautiful blue books. Okay. Let's see your hold them up now. Come on, let me see. We're going to go from red to blue. No accidents. Let's see those books. Yes, okay. I know some of you. That's good. Who's not got their Durkheim? Aha, honesty pays. Where's your Durkheim?
I forgot my pin on my...
Sorry?
I forgot my pin on my credit card.
Now that is a wonderful excuse. I forgot my pin on my credit card.
So I'm going to get the class.
Very good, very good. Because you need to start reading, as you already know. This is difficult stuff, and you have to read it carefully. There's not a lot to read, but you read it carefully. But it is fascinating, as I'll try and demonstrate. Yes. Anybody else not got their Durkheim here? I can't believe it. Ah, yes. What's your reason?
I haven't bought it yet because they ran out of the used copies and I don't want to pay.
Ah, very good. This is very good. I love these excuses. Right, yes, very good reason. Is it Charita?
Yes.
I got you finally. Yes, okay, very good. They run out of used copies. You could Xerox one of your friends, perhaps. That's another possibility. That'll be even cheaper, possibly. But you'll like to keep Durkheim for the rest of your life. It'll give you memories of a great class. You should buy a real copy. Yes, anybody else not got their Durkheim? Yes, I can't see who it is, though. Somebody with a hat. I want to know. Yes, a reason. Good one. Waiting for a loan. That's even better. Perhaps I should give you a loan. Perhaps you should come and visit me, and perhaps I'll give you a Durkheim. Give you a Durkheim. I wonder what that means. Give you a Durkheim. Drugged on Durkheim. D-O-D, right? Stoned on Durkheim. S-O-D. Yes, perhaps I should give you a Durkheim. Okay, please bring your books to class. Okay, Karen? Sure. Okay, right. Anything else I should be making a note of before we begin? Yes, Ian. Very good. Now that shows that somebody's paying attention to what I'm doing. Very good. BB already before we begin. What is can you read at the back? Who's at the back there? Who do I know at the back there? Sienna's not here today. I don't know. Where? Very good. Can you read? Very good. Sienna, can you read the questions?
What are the two types of solidarity?
What are the 2 types of solidarity? Very good.
How does one measure solidarity?
Brilliant. This is like a sort of one of your eye tests. Next.
What is the relation of, I think that's division labor,
Yes, brilliant.
and solidarity?
Well done. Very good. That was a real test.
When do you like to support our people?
Sorry? Okay, next time. All right. Yes, Ariana.
I went to Copy Central to pick up the reader and it's not listed as...
No, I haven't put the reader together yet. We will not need it for another 2 weeks. We will be obsessed with Durkheim. I don't want to get distracted. It would be terrible if you were to be distracted. Yes, okay. Any other questions? Sorry about that. I hope you don't have to wait in a long line. I know, Felipe! You have been to the inaugural.
Yes.
Stand up, Felipe. Tell us about it.
Luckily, there's no table for you to stand.
Come up here. Now, this is a union organizer. He knows how to talk to the people.
Well, for one, it was completely emotional. I mean, I didn't get to see Barack. I got to hear his speech a little bit. I was actually in a pretty big section, too, but there was a bigger section for, like, more important people, like senators.
Where were you?
But, I mean, the biggest thing there, I think, was, seriously. No, seriously, like, the emotion that people felt, there was absolutely no crowd control whatsoever. And as an organizer, like, I've had to do, like, security for, like, mass actions. And, like, crowd control and, keeping crowds, like, from getting too, like, hyped up is serious. And I was kind of nervous because I was even getting pushed against some of the barricades, but all it took to like calm people down was like, hey guys, it's a beautiful day. We're here together. It's going to happen. And people would just mellow out. And when Barack talked, people were like silent. I mean, it was a beautiful thing being there. I mean, you really had to be there to feel the emotion that people were feeling. It was awesome. But
So what do you do afterwards?
afterwards, I waited in a 3-hour line to get back into my hotel.
Does that sound like a sociologist? You did no parties, no balls?
Actually,
You weren't dressed up? No bow tie?
I actually had my tux. I was supposed to be, yes, I was supposed to be at a ball.
You were supposed to be at a ball, but
yes.
somebody stood you up?
No.
The first...
Actually, compliments to Delta Airlines. They left my luggage in JFK, and I actually flew into LaGuardia. And then I had a layover that ended up being 4 hours, so I missed my ball. And then I missed the ball the next day, too, because I didn't have my tux or anything. So, yeah.
We need to stage another inaugural for you.
Yes, I agree. Maybe the next one.
The next one. There will never be another one like it. There will never be another one like it. Very good. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, right. Durkheim, right. Yes, okay. As we will see, Durkheim has a lot to say about inaugurals, but this was a really special one, the likes of which will never happen again. That would be my view. We're very lucky to have been alive at this moment in history. And we're very lucky to be doing a course on social theory, aren't we? No, you're not so sure. Okay. Summary. Marxism? Well, we can get rid of that in a minute. Marxism, as I said last time, as I was saying last semester, is basically what I call a tradition of thought built on the writings of Marx and Engels. We showed how, in fact, the writings of Marx and Engels provided the foundations, the problems, the challenges for the writings of Lenin, for the writings of Gramsci, for the writings of Fanon, and we could have spent a lot of time talking about other Marxists too. Looks like this, a tree, the Marxist tree. Did I ever draw you the Marxist tree? No, never draw you the Marxist tree? Yeah, here are the roots. That's the 4 premises of all history. You might even say that's the foundation of the Marxist tree. This is the 3 volumes of Capital, which you managed to escape. Yes. The theory of capitalism, which we summarize through Social Utopian Scientific, Communist Manifesto. This is Marx, the trunk. And then out of the trunk sprouts German Marxism, the response to the problems faced by the German Socialist Party between 1890 and 1920. Then we got the Russian or Bolshevik or Leninist Marxism, Stalinist Marxism, Marxism-Leninism it's sometimes called. Then we got another branch up here, Western Marxism, and we had Gramsci as our exemplar. And then we could go to Third World Marxism, Fanon. We could have chosen Mao, but Fanon is my choice. And who knows where we are now? Here I am, up in the tree. Who knows where Marxism is going next? Obama Marxism. What will that look like? Aha. Yes. After all, he was called a socialist, remember? Yes, isn't that what came to him? Yes, anyway, yes, okay. But anyway, that's the Marxist tree. So, right. So that's Marxism. That's what we did last semester. And this semester, we're going to see the response to Marxism from sociologists. From Durkheim, from Weber, from Foucault, and from feminism. Of course, Foucault and feminism have an ambiguous relationship to sociology themselves, as we will see. What we were going to see is that they are all 4 of them, Durkheim, Weber, Foucault, and feminism, Beauvoir, McKinnon, and Collins, they're all responding in some way or other to this Marxist tree. Differently for different theorists. But they're also engaged in a discussion among themselves. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with Durkheim, and with Durkheim we're going to link him to the idea of solidarity. That's going to be the key concept for Durkheim. For Weber, the key concept is going to be rationalization. We'll see what that big, long word means, and it's very tricky actually to quite figure it out. But rationalization is the ways in which society becomes increasingly bureaucratically administered. Well, that's the first approximation. Then we're going to also talk about Foucault, and he's going to talk about power, and all sorts of interesting forms of power, sovereign power, disciplinary power, power, and then when we get to feminism, we will be talking about a particular instantiation of power, patriarchy. These are the key concepts, key ideas associated with each of these theories, and through those ideas, they will be having a debate and discussion amongst themselves, which is what I will be orchestrating at the front here. Good. And as I said last time, they all have different views on the idea of communism. That is their way into the critique, into the criticism of Marxism. What's their stance? That's the litmus test. What's their stance vis-a-vis the idea of communism? Is it a nightmare? Is it a utopia? Is it not radical enough? So we will see. Very good. So that's the second point. The third point, why are we choosing these 4? Well, that's a good question. We're choosing Weber and Durkheim because I believe they are part, together with Marx, of what we call the sociological canon. Sociology is quite peculiar in some ways in that it is always got some sort of canonical figures to which we refer ourselves when we do sociology, that informs the sociology we do. And that canon, those central figures, changes over time. And as I said last time, in fact, the canon of Durkheim and Weber and Marshall and Pareto was invented by a fellow called Talcott Parsons. He brought the four together, and his idea of the canon was challenged in the 1960s by people influenced by feminism and Marxism, and Marx was dragged back into the canon. And I don't think feminism, well, I'm not sure whether feminism has really got into the canon or not. It's an interesting question. Perhaps in some departments, in some places it has, and in others it hasn't. Probably on the whole it's outside the canon, challenging the canon still. And of course also we might say that Foucault is in a sense outside the canon, as we will see, critical of the canon. So we're going to have the canon and the critics of the canon this semester. But what they all share, these theorists, apart from two being in the canon and two being against the canon, what they all share is a profundity in their understanding of philosophy, history, methodology, and society. And unfortunately, I do not have the time to really to demonstrate to you, through the writings of any one of these individuals, the enormity of their accomplishments. We are only reading not even the whole of the Division of Labour of Durkheim. There are many books that Durkheim wrote. And Suicide we talked about last time, Elementary Forms of Religion, Moral Education. These are really famous books, and we should in principle be reading them all. But we haven't got the time. But if we were to read them all, I think you would get a better grasp of the enormity of the accomplishments of Durkheim, and I would suggest of Weber, and of Foucault, and indeed of feminism. Feminism in some way is different because it emerged as a social movement. And so many of their most classic contributions to feminism have been actually articles, not books. And I think we have to look at feminism as a whole, not as some individual great man, but as a social movement, a collection of contributions, very much in dialogue with one another. We'll all see that at the end of the semester. But anyway, my point is that they really all warrant close attention, and we, even though they're writing in the 19th century, some of these people, they warrant our attention. They are true. They have truth to tell us to this day. And that, of course, is what I have got to try and demonstrate to you through this course. Yep. And finally, my final point is that the division, just in case you're wondering, the division of labour will now, again, be the central theme of this course. Where's it come from? What is it? What are the forms of it? What's its future? What's its dynamics? What's its consequences? You know, we lost sight of it, remember? We started with Smith and then Marx, and then we lost sight of it last semester. Well, we are returning with a vengeance to the division of labour. The book is called The Division of Labour and Society, so we're going to immediately have to think, aha, Durkheim's got a notion of division of labour. What's its relation to Smith? What's its relationship to Marx? And that is indeed what we will do. We will be in the business of constant comparison throughout the semester. And anyway, I'm returning you to the division of labour. Okay, very good. Any questions? Any questions? Good. So, who was Emil Durkheim? Good question. Well, he was a Frenchman, first of all. And he lived from 1858 to 1917. 1858 to 1917. Do you know what happened in 1917? Very good, Neil. The Russian Revolution. Did anything else happen in 1917? Yes, it was the end of the First World War. Very good. Very good, Tracy. Yes. Yes. This is a very unfair situation we're in, isn't it? I stand up and you stand below. You know, Foucault will have a lot to say about it. In the other class, somehow it was a better relationship we had, didn't we? This is, you're going to have to show a bit more sort of deeper rebellious, anarchistic instinct in revolting from below. To have this, eruption from time to time. Okay, Lauren? You're ready? Yeah. Okay, protest. It's a very interestingly structured room. Architecture, it'll completely reshape the entire character of this class. Right, Rosa? Okay. 1917, that's where we were. Yes, the Russian Revolution and the end of the First World War. Yeah. Durkheim died. A rather depleted man. His son had actually been killed in the First World War. And he had probably ambivalent, but nevertheless strong nationalist feelings, like the other gentleman we will deal with, who's part of the canon, Max Weber. Yeah. Anyway, but Durkheim, he's just not like the Marxists. The Marxists, the ones that we read, they're really committed to what? Revolution, to engaging in the transformation of the world through attachment to a social movement, to the working class. Durkheim was much more the academic, the cloistered academic, who thought about things deeply, and did research deeply, and taught seriously, and had many students, and actually founded the discipline of sociology, which is, after all, quite an academic discipline. So, Durkheim